I'm in Iceland. How's the food here? Let's find out. One of the first spots that we stopped at was this spot in this town. And I'll say that Icelandic food is very heavy on lamb because they're just all over the place. So I ended up ordering lamb chops with mashed potatoes and a side of their garlic butter. I slowly realized throughout my trip that culturally, Icelandic individuals cook lamb a little bit towards well done. So while this flavor was absolutely incredible, the lamb itself was a little bit too tough for my liking, but it did have a nice amount of fat, and the mashed potatoes were just insanely good. Then one of the best bites of the whole entire trip ended up being at this cafe in this town where we got a hummus sandwich and a coconut chickpea curry soup. And I am telling y'all, this was absolutely incredible. The flavor was insane and the bread was just so good. Then we ended up at this restaurant in this town where I wanted to retry lamb, so I ended up getting a lamb sandwich, but similarly the meat was a little bit too tough. Flavor was great. And then we also opted for a cheese pizza, which to me just ended up tasting like Chuck E. Cheese pizza. So if you like Chuck E. Cheese pizza, this is probably your spot. I'm not a big coffee drinker, but my wife is, so we ended up stopping at SKOOL Beans, which is a coffee place inside of a school bus. I ended up getting a white chocolate lavender hot chocolate, and it was so good. It was absolutely insane. I would highly recommend getting that. And my wife said their coffee is actually really good too. And then we ended up stumbling upon the food truck in this town, which was a food truck run by two individuals from Mexico City. We ended up getting a steak burrito and chicken quesadillas. They were as good as anything that you can get back in the States, including within Texas. And then after we decided to go inside the only volcano that you can go inside of in the whole entire world, we ended up having some lamb soup, which was perfect because it was cold and rainy and absolutely hit the spot. Follow for part 2 for all of the restaurants we tried in the capital city of Reykjavik. So come check out Iceland and thank me later.